Yo, what is up guys? It's the Goblin and welcome back to another Fortnite video. In today's video, we're doing something a little bit different. People have been asking me, there's been a lot of meta changes and especially changes to the shotguns, which as a whole, shotguns are such an important part of this game that by changing those and that nerf really changed the whole weapon meta in this game. So in today's video, I'm going to be ranking the top 10 weapons in this game after the latest patch updates. Hope you guys will enjoy this. I know a lot of people have been requesting this and it's something that I'm sort of excited to do and excited to talk about. These are of course just my opinions and I'm going to say why I feel each way, but we're going to get into all that. And if you guys could smack a like on today's video, let's go for 920 likes. That'd be absolutely amazing if we could hit that. And of course subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. That would be amazing as well. Thank you so much for the support. It has been just absolutely insane and it really does mean the world to me. So let's get into this. First off, we'll start with number 10 and work my way up to number 1, and of course give my reasonings for each one. Coming in at number 10 as far as the best weapons in this game, I'm going to say the number 10 for me personally is going to be the hunting rifle, and more specifically the blue hunting rifle, although either of them are really good. Now the reason why I put the hunting rifle on this list instead of the sniper rifle is that I really feel with the meta and with how popular building is now, whether on console, whether on PC, maybe even on mobile or on Nintendo Switch. I'm sure people are building on there as well. I feel like the hunting rifle is the best choice compared to the sniper rifle because of how quick it is to use and the fact that with a hunting rifle, it does 90 damage with the blue hunting rifle, but to the head, that's 225 damage. So if you're hitting people in the head, you are going to be one-shotting them guaranteed, and that's pretty much all you can ask for from a weapon of that caliber with the hunting rifle, and that's why I think the blue hunting rifle is going to be the number 10 on my list ranked. But I also want to give a honorable shout out to the sniper rifles because of course these ones are basically a personal preference. If you play enough more fast rush happy style of gameplay that I usually tend to play, hunting rifle is really good. However, on PC where you can be a little bit more accurate, maybe you play a little bit more defensive, the gold sniper rifle will probably be your favorite. But for me, I'm going to put that number 10 slot as the blue hunting rifle. It just is an awesome weapon you get some crazy good kills with and still play fast paced. You don't have to stop and basically scope in and put yourself vulnerable to other people. You can just quick scope sort of with the hunting rifle or quick peek people, and it really works well throughout the mid game and even into that late game. So that's gonna be the number 10 coming in on my list. Now, coming in at number 9, it's going to be the purple Tactical SMG. Now, the reason why I want this one up on my list is for the fact that when they nerfed the pump shotgun and the tac shotgun, inadvertently nerfing those shotguns gives a buff to other weapons that work great in a close range, and that would be the purple Tac SMG. This thing hits for 18 damage to the body, which is pretty weak, but when you combine that with its insanely fast fire rate and its 2.2 second reload, it's absolutely amazing. Especially if you do some quick maths here, 18 damage to the body, that's 36 to the head. With that fast fire rate, you can absolutely melt people, and the purple Tactical SMG is quickly becoming one of my favorite guns in the game for the fact that you can use a pump or a different type of shotgun, hit them once with that, swap over quickly to this purple SMG, and spray them down for the rest of the damage because of the fact that you could not one-shot people for 200 health with the pump anymore. I find that the pump to the SMG works so much better now because, of course, you can't one-shot with the pump if they're max health. You also can't switch double pump. It works okay, but it's just not as effective as hitting them with that pump, switching over that SMG, and spraying people down like you see me doing the gameplay right there. Kind of a coincidence. I didn't plan it like that, but it happened in the game as I was talking about it. So kind of a good reference right there. Coming in at the number 8 spot is going to be the blue pump. Now, the blue pump is still an awesome gun in this game. It still is a really great gun. However, the reason I'm putting it kind of far down low at number 8 is because the latest nerf really did hurt the blue pump. Green or blue. It now only does 85 damage to the body and 170 to the head, and that's of course if you hit all of your pellets. This thing is really good, but because of the fact that the fire rate is so slow, reload time is decent, but of course you only have 5 shots in there. Fire rate is so slow, the fact that you can't really, like, switching to the pump, double pump is great early game, but you want to swap off of that as soon as you can because of its, its slow swap time. The pump is still a great weapon, but I put it at my number 8 slot right now, especially also for the fact that a blue pump is not really as rare as a blue tac is. Just based on the spawn rates, you will find those a little bit more often. Still a very good shotgun. If you are accurate with your shots, you can melt people with this thing, but that's why it's coming in at the number 8 slot on my personal list. Coming in at number 7, we're going to have the blue assault rifle. Now, the blue assault rifle, I feel like, is still really awesome. I get hyped when I find one of these. The blue AR, I feel like there's such a big difference between a gray or a green and a blue. It just seems to laser people a little bit more, have less bloom, and of course, those extra little damage points are awesome as well. But the fact that the better assault rifle you have, the less bloom it'll have, the more accurate you can be. I feel so much more comfortable having that blue AR instead of like a green or a common. If I'm going into the mid or the late game with a common or a green AR, I really feel out of place. When I have that blue, I really feel like it is a very, very great gun, and that's why I'll put that at my number 7 spot on my list. Coming in at the number 6 spot, we are going to have the Gold Burst, which is a pretty rare weapon. Of course, it's the FAMAS, the Burst, whatever you want to call it. It comes in gold and purple variants, but I really do like the gold one. I've been debating with this one. I always have a dilemma between the blue AR and this one. Of course, the blue AR is probably better for taking down walls, better for spraying, but the facts still are that if you are deadly accurate, if people aren't moving as much and you get that one burst in on them with this gold burst, it can be absolutely deadly. I still think it's a really good gun in the game. Of course, I'm putting it at number 6 ranked on my list, so that shows you how good I think this gun is. But I really do think it's sort of niche, and you have to have good accuracy. The enemy can't be moving too much, and you have to just hit that more of that burst. Then you can't really spray like you can with other weapons. But I do think the gold burst still has a spot in this game, and I will usually take it over the blue AR. Sometimes I'll go with the blue AR over the burst depending on different situations, but I really do feel like the gold burst is really great in specific situations. It can be absolutely deadly, and there's certain situations where you can hit that damage and be like, what the heck just happened? That guy disappeared. So that's why it's coming in at the number 6 spot on my list. Coming in at number 5 is going to be the blue tactical shotgun. Now, the reason behind this is, of course, I'm putting this one higher than the pump for the simple fact that after the latest nerfs, they nerfed both of these weapons, but they hit the pump with the bigger nerf because of the damage. The pump now only hits for 85 to the body, and that's, of course, you guys know with the pump, it's very, very slow pull-out time and fire rate time. When your blue Tac hits for 74. So there's a difference of 11 damage for the fact that you can fire way quicker, have more bullets, pull out your weapon faster, and that's why I really think the blue Tac, of course you have to remember, this is, you know, for range, the blue Tac sucks, but I'm putting it here because you need to play to its strengths. If you see a person with a pump and you specifically rush them, your DPS is going to be so much higher, your damage per second, your damage output with that Tac, and I feel so comfortable with the Tac because if you miss a shot with the pump, you're kind of screwed. If you miss a shot with the Tac, just keep shooting, baby. And that's why I think the blue Tac is still a really good shotgun in this game. Of course, it is kind of rare to find, but because of that damage, the ability to do 148 to the head, which is kind of unfortunate because it doesn't hit for that 150 range, but it's not a big deal. The fire in this thing is so easy, you can just keep shooting it, and that's why that's coming in at the number 5 spot on my list. Coming in at number 4, we have the gold grenade launcher. Now, I previously had this, I think, as like number 2 on my list, but the facts are that they've nerfed the amount of grenades you can hold. You can now only hold 12 grenades in your inventory, or 12 explosive ammos, I guess they're called, which means you could have 6 in the grenade launcher, 12 in your inventory, so a total of 18. It's just not enough. I mean, it still is great, and obviously it's still amazing. It's number 4 on my list, but it's not the same as those late game situations where I would have 60 on the grenade launcher and just spam ba-doop, 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 and just destroy everything. 18 is still a good amount, but that nerf is why, of course, I've lowered it down in positions. Coming in at the number 3 spot, I have the Gold Scar. This one's pretty much self-explanatory. It did move down a couple of points, but Gold Scar is still your best assault rifle option. It's great for tearing down walls. It's got very little bloom. It can just destroy people, and it really does high damage and can laser people. Of course, the damage drop off that came out in quite a few patches ago actually is kind of annoying for assault rifles, but that's why I have that there as my number 3 spot. Coming in at number 2, I actually have the gold RPG, which is interesting because before this patch I would have put the grenade launcher above the RPG, but now because of the limited amount of ammo you can hold, I find that 12, or actually 13 because you have 1 in the actual RPG, 13 RPG shots are a lot more valuable than 18 grenade launcher shots because of how accurate you can be. And if you get a height advantage over an enemy and take them out with the RPG, if you're a good builder combined with an RPG, you get that height advantage, you shoot down, enemies are completely screwed. You can get some pretty nice wins with that RPG. That's why it's number 2. Coming at the number 1 spot on my list, my favorite gun in this game right now is going to be the gold heavy shotgun. Now, if you're not aware of the latest patches, you might be saying, what am I thinking? The gold heavy now is unbelievably overpowered. 77 damage to the body, 192 to the head, and its fire rate is amazing. Plus the ability to switch between and go double heavy shotgun is just unmatched. It is by far the best shotgun in this game, and I would personally put it, because I like shotgun so much, as the best gun in this game. That's my ranking, guys. Let me know what you guys think. Drop a like on this video, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. Have a great night, and I'm out. Peace.